Hello, my name is Maria Schimmel, and this is the tutorial for how to deploy an exam for the Online Testing Center. You'll want to sign into your Blackboard account and then select the course that you're deploying a test in. Your test should already be created at this point. We're just completing the final steps to make it ready for the testing center. You can see what exams you have here in the Course Tools section. Select Tests, Surveys, and Pools, and then select Tests. Right here are all the exams that are listed in your course site. These are things that perhaps you've built from scratch. You can also import tests if they're Blackboard friendly from your desktop, or you could have copied tests from previous courses. So they'll all be listed here. Right now, none of these exams are deployed, and we do need to deploy one so we can give it at the testing center. First, pick a content area that you want to put your test in. I recommend using the assignments folder. It's very straightforward. You can always find your tests because you know where they are every time. This is a blank assignments folder right now, so if you've never done this before, never deployed a test, we're going to create a test folder to hold all your exams. So go to Build Content, Content Folder, and type in tests or Online Testing Center tests or whatever you prefer. Permit users to view this content. I recommend selecting no. You'll still be able to view the content, but your students won't. It's just an extra security measure if something crazy happens and your students are able to access the test. So as you can see right here, the test folder is grayed out. That means it's not visible to the students. And if we go inside the test folder, this is where we'll add our exams for the rest of the semester. Go up to Assessments, select Test. This will show you a list of the exams that we saw earlier in the Course Tools area. So for this example, we're going to be using the Testing Center test. Go ahead and select Submit. I'll try to go through this quickly and give you some brief information on each section, but if you have more questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. So as we're going down, we're going to start with Section 1, Test Information. Test name gets copied over right there, but you can change it. Description, you can put anything you'd like in here. Good luck to the students. More rules or reminders, anything you'd like at all. And then Open Test in New Window, leave that at the default no for exams being given at the Online Testing Center. Section 2, this has the most places to talk about. Test Availability. First, make link available. Select yes. We do want the link to be available. This is what allows your students to access the test. Add a new announcement for this test. When you're first deploying the exam, select yes. We do want an announcement for this test. Multiple attempts. The Online Testing Center does not do multiple attempts for exams, so do not use this for the Online Testing Center. If you are doing multiple attempts outside of the Testing Center, though, absolutely feel free. Forced completion, this is optional. You can choose it, you can not choose it. It's your choice. I do not recommend setting forced completion for music tests. Sometimes the music links don't load correctly and the student needs to re-access the test in order to get them to work. Okay, then we have the set timer option. This has a lot of different options and it's completely up to you. You cannot set the timer, that's fine. At the testing center, we trust that you wrote the test for the amount of time that you reserved the testing center for. So if you said 1 hour when you reserved your testing center slot, we assume that you set your exam to run 1 hour and we do not require you to set the timer. If you do prefer to set the timer, that's absolutely fine. Set your timer. Select the amount of hours you want to provide the students and the amount of minutes. When they begin their exam, across the top of the screen, they will see the timer running their entire test. So plan for that. Once you set the timer, you'll see there's this auto submit option. It's default off. If you select the auto submit to be on, that means at the end of the 1 hour timer, your exam will submit automatically without the student doing anything. If your student has a disability exception in which they require double or triple time on their exam, make sure the auto submit button is off. That means that when the student reaches the end of the timer, the 1 hour timer that we have set here, a box will pop up advising them that the timer has run out and they can either submit their test or continue taking the exam. As long as you communicate this to the students who do not require extra time can submit their exam at this point. The students who do require extra time can continue their exam. Their grade will show as an exclamation point in the grade book, so just be aware of that. You will need to address that later by going in and manually entering the score. Now we need to set the dates and the times that the exam is going to be available. If we were to set the dates for, say, next week, we would start on Monday the 31st, and then we would end on Friday the 4th. The testing center is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's good to set your time to start a little bit before the testing center opens and your time to end a little bit afterwards, just in case. Now we need to password protect the exam. You just want to put a temporary password. Temp password works beautifully. You can put your dog's name, you can put your favorite flower or football team, anything that you'd like. This password will change once we get it all geared up for the testing center. Due date, this is optional. You can set the due date if you prefer. You can leave it if you prefer not to. We have already date restricted the exam. Section 4 here, self-assessment options. Always want to make sure to leave this default setting. This means that the grade will be included in the gradebook. If you select this one, hide results from tests completely from instructor and the grade center, then you won't have any results after the students have completed the exam, so watch out for that. Section 5, test feedback. Select the type of feedback displayed upon completion. Default option is just the score. This means when your student finishes the exam, a box will pop up that says you finished, hit OK. They hit OK, they see the score for the test. You can select these other options, it's absolutely fine, but be aware your students will see these. So if you didn't mean for them to see the correct answers on the test, make sure you don't select those buttons. You can also wait till everybody's completed their exam and then come back to this Edit Test Options menu and select these after the fact. So everybody's done taking the test, now they can see the correct answers or their submitted answers. But again, that is completely up to you. Section 6 is test presentation. For presentation mode, leave it at the default all-at-once mode if you're giving the exam at the online testing center. If you're not giving the exam at the online testing center, one-at-a-time mode is okay. Just be aware that it means that every question has to load on when they hit the next button. So that means there could be loading problems, there could be internet connectivity problems, any number of issues could pop up with reloading the page however many questions you have. So if it's a 30 question test, that's 30 times. If it's a 100 question test, that's 100 times the page has to load. So be aware of that. You can prohibit backtracking. Again, this is for not in the testing center exams. In the testing center exams should be the all-at-once mode. And then if you'd like to randomize your questions, have at. If you click this button, it means that the questions will show up randomly on each student's test. So 100 questions in 100 different orders for your students. A little extra security. Oh, you can't see it on this screen, but hit the submit button at the bottom. In the test folder, we now have your test. And this is where you'll want to put all of your exams throughout the semester. It's a good location. They're never going to get lost. You'll never lose track of them. They're right here. We're almost done deploying the exam now. We just have to finish creating the link in the announcements page. First step is to actually, from right here inside your test folder, hover over the title, in my case, Testing Center Test, and right-click with your mouse. Everybody's computer is different, so everybody's menu right here is going to look a little bit different. You do need to be familiar with your computer in order to create a link. For my computer, I just select Copy Link Address. For your computer, it might be Copy Shortcut or Copy Link. There's a lot of different options, but it is going to be listed in this menu, so just do a little experimenting and figure out which one you need. So Copy Link Address. Now we're going over to the announcements page, and here's that announcement we just created. Hit the drop-down menu, select Edit, highlight the title of the exam, and then you'll want to select this little link looking button. If you hover over it, Insert/Edit Link will appear. paste that link we just copied, leave everything else default, and then select Insert. Ta-da! We just created a link. Make sure the dates and times are accurate right here, and hit Submit. Now you have a link to your test. Go ahead and try it out, make sure it works. It brought us to begin the Testing Center test. Here are our instructions. Hit Begin. And if the student were at home trying to access the test, they would bounce into this screen, no password. If they don't know the password personally, they're not going to be able to access the test. Once we assign the test a Testing Center password and the student comes into the Testing Center, they'll encounter a little bit different screen here and the password will be automatically filled in for them. So that is another safeguard to ensure that your students are coming into the Testing Center to take their exam. And you have officially deployed your test. Your job is complete. Please let me know if you have any questions or have any difficulty deploying your exam. I am more than happy to set up meetings to walk you through it over the phone. Anything that you'd like, we just want to make sure that you're able to easily and pain-free deploy your test.